What do you picture when you think of a writer? A solitary figure in a garret, scratching across paper or hammering away at a keyboard, meticulously crafting their characters and worlds? But not all stories are told alone. For as long as people have gathered together, they've told tales. Tales of heroism, of horror, of things best left unsaid. Sometimes everyone brings something to the story, making it greater than the sum of its parts. And sometimes the story runs away from everyone. This is an actual play RPG show where published authors step away from the page, sit at the table, roll dice, and let the chaos ensue. Tonight, our authors are playing the cosmic horror of Call of Cthulhu. No second drafts, no rewrites, just the story that they and the dice create. This is Narrative Damage. Welcome to the first episode of Narrative Damage. I'm Marco Rinaldi, your keeper of arcane lore as we step into the dark world of Call of Cthulhu. This is the first part of a 3-episode scenario with our investigators who we will meet shortly. But before we step into those shadows, I've got a giveaway for you. Mike Mason at Chaosium, who you might have seen interviewed on the podcast, has kindly gifted us 2 starter sets to give away. To enter, all you need to do is subscribe and leave a comment on our YouTube channel, or do the same on our Instagram channel. Once we hit 250 followers or subscribers on each, we'll pick our winners from those that have done that. One stipulation, unfortunately, I can't post the physical copies to our international followers, but you can still enter. I'll get you a PDF copy instead. So in fact, there could be more than just 2 winners. So yeah, please do that. Please spread the word of this podcast because we're excited to share these games with you. Okay, let's get into it. The year is 1896. London has been battered by weeks of heavy rain and a winter chill that has arrived far too early. Our story begins in Kensington, at the home of Lord Richard Gladstone. He has put out a call to 3 hardy fellows he knows, seeking their assistance in a matter of the utmost importance. As they gather at his residence on a cold evening, let's meet our investigators.
Rain washes the street, falling in waves as a black hansom cab pulls up to the curb. A pale face appears at the window of the cab, peering out through the rain-streaked glass at the townhouse above. I step from the cab onto the street, pulling my tailcoat tighter around me, an ivory-topped cane in one hand. I'm a lithe and hollow-eyed 39-year-old minor lord named Wilbur Linklater, with collar-length dark hair, a slim face and a scar on my left cheek from an unfortunate duelling incident at Oxford. After growing up in Perthshire, going down to Oxford and then returning to run the family estate in Scotland, I came to London 1 year ago to take up my father's seat in the House of Lords after his untimely death, but I have rarely been seen in those hallowed halls. Instead, I haunt London's graveyards and parlour rooms, fascinated by the rise of mesmerism and séances. Some call it a fad, but I have become obsessed, slowly spending the family fortune in my quest to find a true link to the land of the dead and once more speak to my dead father. Looking up at the home of Lord Richard Gladstone, I find myself both nervous and excited at the strange invitation I have received. Nervous because I do not know what awaits me within. Excited because I've met Lord Gladstone at a séance or 2, and I know we share an interest in the occult. I tap my ivory-headed cane against one leather-gloved palm, then bound up the steps 2 at a time and rap smartly on the front door.
Hello, my name is Donovan Ramsbottom III, and I'm an explorer by trade. I have a thick moustache. A distinguished gentleman always has a thick moustache and close-cropped dark hair. When I emerge, I do so from the sewers because that's how explorers travel London in those days. fact, I am the first person to have travelled many of these sewers in this very exciting time. I'm young, 35 years old, a roguish, fine-looking, handsome man, and when I rap on the front door, I do so with knuckles that are filthy and smeared with shit.
In the distance approaches Reverend Tobias Ashford. Tobias was ordained at 28 in the priesthood after a respectable education at Oxford, where he studied theology and focused on comparative religion. The church sent him to Burma in 1882 as part of their missionary efforts, following the British annexation. He was earnest, idealistic, convinced he was bringing salvation to the people there. But things happened to him out there. 8 years on, he is a changed man. Plump, but with a weathered look, prematurely grey hair starting to bald, deep-set brown eyes. He was defrocked in 1890 for overtly fraternizing with the locals and returned to England in shame. He doesn't like to talk or indeed think about what really transpired out there. And indeed, in public company back in England, he pretends that he is still a priest. Pretends that nothing has changed. Pretends he didn't do whatever it is he did. But if you look closely in his eyes, you can see the horrors that hide there. He isn't alone, though. Towards the end of his time in Burma, he came across a monkey, in a Rangoon market, starving and traumatized, and something in this creature seemed to call out to him. He bought it, nursed it back to health, and named it Ezra. Ezra now lives with him at all times, and so, on his shoulder, Ezra sits, quietly, observing the world. And as Tobias approaches this building, Lord Gladstone's house, that he has been called to, Ezra lets out a quiet and slightly mournful "Quiet, Ezra. Quiet now, boy."
And one of you, I think, knows, at least one of you knows Lord Richard Gladstone from before. Does he know you?
Tobias's father, who lived in Oxford but would often travel for business down to London, was an old friend of Lord Richard Gladstone, and Tobias has memories of Richard Gladstone from when he was younger, but he's not seen him in many years.
Mm-hmm.
And I have encountered him at various seances, but beyond that, he's only a shadowy form on the other side of the room.
While you're all waiting there, after you've all gathered, the maid, slightly perturbed by the monkey that is sitting on your...
Don't worry, he's very calm. It's very safe.
She comes back in and says, Lord Richard will see you now.
Excellent.
She
Thank you, my dear.
Leads you up to a room, opens the door, and with his back to you, looking out the window at the rain-strewn streets of London, Lord Richard is standing, and on hearing you enter, he turns and goes, thank you all for coming. Very grateful, given the weather. It looks like it's taken its toll on some of you.
Richard, I say, it's been many years.
Well, yes, Tobias, it is good to see you, even if you've brought company I wasn't expecting.
Oh, don't worry about Ezra. He's very kind.
Tobias, and Wilbur, good to see you.
Good to see you too.
But Tobias, the reason I called you and Mr. Ramsbottom here, I thought might be able to assist. I know you were close with my son, Charles.
Yes, Charles. Charles, how is Charles doing? I've not seen him in many years.
Well, there's been a bit of a tragedy. Charles has passed. He was standing at a balcony railing, and it gave way a few days ago. He fell to his death. Or at least that's what the papers said. That may be what you've read. But I'm sorry to say, we believe he jumped.
Good Lord.
And as you know, Tobias, you are a man of God.
Yes, indeed. Yes, no one would question that.
You know that Charles would never do this to himself. Or so I keep trying to tell myself, but perhaps I'm kidding myself.
The ways of the Lord are mysterious to all of us, Richard. Would you allow me, perhaps, to say a prayer for Charles?
Please.
Ezra, come.
Ezra, the monkey, kind of skitters down to my feet, and I kneel, and he kneels in front of me in clearly a practiced act that we have done many times. And together, we pray.
That's quite remarkable.
Thank you very much for that, Tobias.
My pleasure.
I saw a monkey do that once in the jungles of South America. But instead of kneeling, it would just shit.
Well,
Yes.
I say.
Thank you for that, Dominic. Charles was a thoughtful, kind...
Donovan.
Oh, sorry. Apologies.
Jesus. Please get my name right.
You will forgive a grieving father for stumbling over a name.
Yeah,
I apologize to interrupt, but Ezra generally prefers not to be referred to as a monkey. He's been around human company for so long. If you could just call him Ezra, that would be best.
Wonderful. Wonderful.
Charles was a thoughtful, kind and sensitive man, as you know, Tobias, and I worry now, did we overly shelter him? Was he hiding something that he didn't want to share with us?
Do you have any indication that he might have been hiding something from you, Richard?
I mean, I can't say that I noticed strange behavior from him, but then again, I hadn't seen much of him over the past few months. Catherine, his sister, as you know,
Yes, Kathy.
she was very close to her, but I don't know. She may know more, but Charles, he was such a talented boy, maybe troubled a bit, but his musical talents were second to none, in my opinion. It was only a matter of time, in my view, before he was going to be made famous for it.
I agree with you. The things that man could do with an oboe would beg belief. If there were any times where I truly believed in the power of the Lord, it was when that man had his arms clasped around his oboe, playing the most beautiful melodies. Oh, Kathy and I, we would sit and watch for hours upon hours. Where is Kathy now?
She is downstairs.
Downstairs? Christ. Oh, sorry. I shouldn't take the Lord's name.
My goodness. Tobias.
It has been many years since I have seen her, and still, well, I shan't speak about the emotions that brings to the surface.
Lord Gladstone, may I ask? I know that we share a interest in the occult. I've seen you at the seances. Have you attempted to contact Charles on the other side?
What is this blasphemy?
It's a matter of scientific interest among a certain set in London.
Yes, Tobias, you must understand my interest goes only as far as the science of it, as you say. And no, I haven't. I must admit, Wilbur, I attend out of interest, but I'm not sure if I can really speak to Charles now he is gone.
While it makes me uncomfortable, I must say, it does make me question. I can understand why you brought me here, Richard, and you, Charles, and I can understand, perhaps, though I might not agree with it, why Wilbur has been brought into this room, but...
I'm a man of God, sir. But I believe there are other, darker elements at play here.
That is perhaps a theological discussion for another time. I must ask, why is this Dominic here?
The last time is Donovan. And I have to say, I've been asking myself that very same question.
Well, Mr. Ramsbottom, you were recommended to me as someone that might be able to assist in finding out what happened to Charles. I understand you're somewhat unconventional.
Yes.
But sometimes unconventional means are needed.
Certainly in his manner of conveyance to this place, I can smell him from here.
Yes, well, the sewers of London are already stinking of shit.
Please, let's refrain from the vulgar language. There are ladies in the house.
Oh, ladies, well, should have said that before. Where are they? When do we get to meet them?
Yes, well, and
I'm actually something of a Lothario.
Well, it's funny you should say that, because I have to say that Charles, I do know his music that would drift from his room became quieter and quieter because he was spending a lot of time with, let's say, bohemian types.
Ah, yes.
One in particular, Margaret Cornwall, and I hate to say this, but an actress.
An actress?
Good Lord.
Good Lord. Wonderful.
Miss Cornwall was almost 10 years older than Charles. I didn't really understand what he was doing, spending time with her.
I can think of a few things.
It has long been my belief, that acting, indeed theatre as an entire concept, is tantamount to deception, to lying. And as such, I have learnt over my many years in the house of God never to trust an actress. Never! Never!
Well, I wish you had been here, Tobias.
I wish I had been in many places.
I think whether it was Miss Cornwall's influence or not, Charles had been spending time at a gentleman's club, but not White's Gentleman's Club, which, Wilbur, you will be very familiar with.
Very familiar indeed.
But somewhere called the Pacific Club.
The Pacific Club.
I'm not sure. I mean, the Gladstones, as a family, we have membership of the Whites, so I'm not sure why you would spend time at the Pacific Club. Mr. Ramsbottom, you asked why you're here. I alluded to it, but I do need to know. I need to know why my son took his life. And I'm willing to pay. I will pay £100 for your time, expertise.
You think this man can tell you? You think this man can tell you?
Tobias.
Already I look at him, I know he is a charlatan. Look at him. Ezra doesn't like you, I can tell.
That's because Ezra knows my true skills. I have seen things that would turn the hairs on your testicles white, gentlemen.
I will have you know the hairs on my testicles are already white.
Gentlemen, please, I ask, will you help me?
Of course, Lord Gladstone. I'd gladly help you.
Will the money be paid up front?
I'm sure we can get you some living expenses if that's what you're asking.
In that case, I'm in.
On my name, as a reverend of the Holy Church, I promise I will help you.
Well, I am at your disposal if should you need anything from me, but I would ask that you be as discreet as possible. This is a troubling time, not just for myself, but for the Lady Gladstone, and indeed Catherine.
I think that the first thing... I reach into my pocket and feed Ezra as he begins clawing at my ear slightly. Once I feed him a small tidbit, he calms down again. I think perhaps we should go speak to Kathy first.
Yes.
Find out what she knew.
Let's see this Kathy.
Well, yes. I mean, she is downstairs. I can take you to her now. He leads you into a drawing room, and Catherine is sitting near a window doing some embroidery. She's a young woman, curly blonde hair, pale complexion, and she looks up and sort of does a double take when she sees you, Tobias, and gives a smile and sets down her embroidery and stands up and goes, "Is that Toby? Toby, is that you?"
Kathy, oh my heart. It's been too long.
Yes, it has. And who's your little friend? And she comes and tries to stroke Ezra.
Ezra sort of snaps at her finger
Yes.
quite viciously. He doesn't like to be touched. This is Ezra. He's very kind, very gentle, but he doesn't like to be touched. Enough about my monkey. Enough about Ezra. Sorry, Ezra. It's been a long time. I'm so distressed to hear the news of your brother, Charles. It must be a very difficult time for you.
Yes, it's been terrible. And she glances at her father. We've all been struggling. Mother won't come out of her room. I'm sure Father's told you everything. And she sort of dips her head.
Well, Catherine, what he hasn't told us is your own perception of events. Could you tell us a little bit about Charles's last few days?
Why don't you give me a psychology roll, please?
Okay, well...
First roll.
What am I rolling?
D100. You can all do this if you want a psychology roll.
46.
What is your psychology score?
46. Psychology.
21. I get a hard success on a psychology roll.
Yeah, I failed.
9.
Oh,
Is that good or bad?
What's your
success.
My
What is your
psychology is 10.
Oh, so you've succeeded, but hard success. I think because you know Catherine from before.
There's something different about her.
Yes, you can tell. You've seen this look, in fact, in her, the way she's acting. You've seen this before, many years ago. She doesn't want to speak while her father is in the room.
Like that time we stole a swan. I remember it well. Yes. And
So you catch my eye, and I give you a nod, and then I say, Lord Gladstone, can I ask you some questions? Just in the next room, please.
Oh, yes, of course, Wilbur. Yes. And
We go next door.
You next door, so that leaves Donovan.
Dominic, perhaps you should accompany them.
The last time it's Donovan and I'll be going absolutely nowhere.
Once Lord Richard Gladstone has left the room, I walk over, I go, and Ezra scampers down my arm and sort of goes into the corner to just move away from me a little bit. And I take Kathy by the hand and kind of lead her over to the window. And I say, Kathy, I know there's something you're not telling me. I remember that look. Like that time we stole the swan.
And she gives a sad smile when you remind her of this. And says, yes, well, you know what Father's like. I don't want to upset him anymore.
Of course.
He loved Charles so much, and I don't want him to remember him as anything but the wonderful son that he truly was.
Charles will always hold a special place in all of our hearts. But if something did change with him in the weeks leading up to his death, you can tell me.
Well, you know, Charles could be... He was kind, he was thoughtful, but he could be oversensitive at times, and he always supported me. But this last year, he did change somewhat. I don't know. He started spending time away from the house, out of his room, upstairs. Rather than playing the piano there, he was spending time with musicians and artists.
Artists?
Yes,
Despicable.
I think they led him on a path he should not have gone down, taking him to places to drink, gamble, carouse, and God knows what, frankly.
This Pacific Club? Have you heard of it?
I think that was the club that Father said that Charles was attending, yes.
Interesting.
But it's this. He met a woman.
Margaret.
Yes.
Yes, your father told us about him. Margaret Cornwall, I can hardly bring myself to say it. An actress.
Yes, that was my reaction as well.
Ah, indeed.
I fear Charles fell for her. I daren't say what they would do together, but he would spend lots of time with her. I think she introduced him to some very, very bad things.
Are you suggesting that Charles and Margaret knew each other carnally?
I believe she, for whatever reason, a game, you know these games these actresses play?
I can't admit that I do, no.
Played with my brother's heart and then broke it. And that led Charles to take his own life.
You would know about that, wouldn't you, Kathy?
Quite frankly, it seems to me like everyone here is a very close-minded individual, but luckily for you all, I have vast experience drinking and gambling.
I'm sorry, Mr. Ramsbottom. I didn't even realize you were still in the room.
Yes, I could have, but I am stock still. I become nearly invisible. It's a fine technique that helped me navigate the tribe of the Incas.
Yes, I did smell something right enough.
I do apologize, and I know who should apologize. London for the state of their sewers. Disgusting. But
And
yes,
She takes your arm, Tobias, and says, "Please, Tobias, find out. Hold this woman accountable. My brother deserves that at least."
I will do it, Kathy. For the promise of what we could have been. And then I pull my arm away from you, too overcome with emotion, all of a sudden, and I walk to the other side of the room to Ezra, who then scampers back up on my arm onto my shoulder, and I sort of just have a moment to compose myself.
And she says, "You may want to look in Charles's room. There may be something there, I don't know."
Can I do a spot hidden in this room?
Yes, you may.
71 failed.
Yes, you're not. I think you're distracted because Ezra's sort of climbing over stuff, eating things he shouldn't.
And I'm overcome with the emotion of past trysts.
So I've run out of small talk with the Lord Gladstone. So
what have you been talking about?
Seances, ectoplasm.
you're like playing spoons in your nose.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he's like,
look over here.
He's like, we really should go back in. So I'm like, okay. So we come back in, and I give you you give me a nod this time. So you've obviously learned something, and I cast my eyes about to see if there's anything I can spot.
Yeah, you can just spot him.
66. Spot hidden. Fail.
Yes, no.
Tricky room.
So you don't really see anything in this room.
Yeah.
And Lord Richard turns to you and says, "Well, I hope Kathy was able to share some useful information. Is there anything else I can do for you before?"
I think perhaps we should see Charles's room before we go.
Capital idea.
Of course, yes. It's still on the third floor, Tobias. You know where that is.
And is Angela here? Charles's mother?
Angela is in mourning, you'll understand.
That wasn't an answer to my question.
She is not seeing anyone right now.
I see.
And he says, "Maggie," and a maid comes in and says, "Can you show these gentlemen Charles's room? They would like a look around." And she nods, says, "Just up here," and takes you up the steps.
As we walk up the steps, I sidle a step towards Mr. Ramsbottom, who's kind of striding up next to me, and I whisper, "Dominic."
Yes.
You're an adventurer, are you not?
I am, my boy. Absolutely, I am.
When we get to the top of the stairs, I will distract the servant. At the end of the hall, on the left, is Angela's room.
Ah,
I think you should talk to her.
I'll see what I can do. I tap my nose in a really conspicuous, spiritorial fashion.
And then as we hit the top of the steps, and I give a sort of slight shake of my shoulder and a nod to Ezra the monkey, who clambers down and then climbs up and tries to start kind of goes and starts trying to pull one of the portraits off the wall, to the great distress of the servant.
Maggie immediately turns around and goes, "Oh, please, can you stop him doing that? Lord Gladstone isn't going to be happy."
Give him a minute. He'll calm down in a minute. He just needs to express himself.
I think we'll need a roll to see if this is successful.
Okay, right.
You give me a sneak. Well, no, there's. Is there a sneaking thing?
Stealth?
Stealth. That's what I was looking for. Yeah. Stealth.
So while that's happening, Ramsbottom just takes a little step to one side.
Throws his dice on the floor.
There's other dice.
Yeah, there's other dice too.
I've got it.
You got it?
Going well. Oh no. 51. No, fail.
So Maggie's
crash into
sort
the
of
wall.
like holding the portrait, and she sort of turns and says, "Hey, no, sorry, you can't go that way. That's the ladies."
Oh, my
Ladies
apologies.
and
I was looking for the shitter.
Yes, well, that's downstairs.
Oh, yes.
Just down there.
Of course
and she
it
points
is.
you down. So
Right,
you're sort of
actually, it's
almost
gone away
forced
now. Sometimes when you think about it too much, the sensation passes. Yes, it's all gone.
And then
save it
she
for the
eventually
return trip
sorts this
home.
portrait and says, and opens the door to Charles Gladstone's room,
Right.
which is, it's on the third floor of the house. It's still, well maintained, and it's a sort of bedroom, but it's connected to a sitting room with a desk and a grand piano. Yeah. So she says, "Well, here it is."
I look slightly disappointed at Donovan for his inability to escape at that diversion, and his claims of being an adventurer. But then I look back at the room and do a spot hidden. 41. That is a pass, a success, not a hard success, a success.
Okay. Your eyes drawn to some sheet music that is written there, and I will share that with the others.
What a strange hand that is written in.
I can't quite follow it. Do you play, either of you?
I dabbled in cello as a boy, but I can't read this.
I must say, music has never been my forte.
Do any of you have art and craft of any kind?
Nope.
No.
None. I'm without artistic merit.
Where's that?
It would just be art. It's in alphabetical order, so it would be art craft if it was there.
No.
So you could give me an education roll if you wanted, which is one of your attributes.
I succeed on an education roll.
I've got very high education, so I'm going to give that a go as well.
Ooh,
16,
hard.
so hard success.
Hard
I got
success.
an 8.
Is that a hard success? What's your education?
70.
Yeah, so that is also.
How'd you do it?
So a hard, yeah, that's a good point for people if they don't know. So you're trying to roll under your skill number.
So my education skill is 70.
Yeah, so a hard is half of that, and an extreme is 1/5 of that.
So if you see the 70, you see the two numbers next to it.
Oh, yeah.
If you
so
get
that's-
below the middle one, that's a hard, and if you get below the third one, that's an extreme.
What's the difference? What is that? What is that?
It just some things you might garner more information. Some things you need to get a hard success or something to be successful. But you, Wilbur. Well, in fact, Donovan as well, peering over the shoulder perhaps of, or do you hand it off to them and say,
I hand it off to I can make neither heads nor tails of this. One of you, perhaps? You've got it on your screen, but yeah.
Yeah, and you both look at this and you see that it's a highly complex notation. It appears to be somewhat discordant as well. There is a piano there.
Interesting keys.
Yes, I believe I've seen something similar among certain tribal groups in South America. Maybe you have had a similar experience.
Now you mention it, it does look like the tribal music of the mating ritual that some tribal groups will play during the fornicating season.
I'm not entirely sure that's correct. I peer a little closer. Do I notice anything?
With a hard education note, I'm going to say that you can knock out like the first few notes of this on the piano that's in the room.
So I turn to the piano and I make a chord, and everyone in the room winces as I play it.
Yeah.
I don't like that.
Ezra screams and dives underneath one of the chairs.
Will you all give me a sanity roll, please?
Beautiful.
Because there is something about this music that is very unsettling.
I got 56.
I failed my sanity roll.
58. I failed.
Everyone that failed takes 1 point of sanity damage.
And with sanity, you have to get under, right?
Yes. Yeah.
There's one of them you have to get over.
That's only if you lose a big batch of sanity at a time you then want to fail a roll otherwise. But yes, losing one, so you've lost 1 sanity. If you lose 1/5 of your sanity in one day, you go indefinitely insane.
Tuesdays, am I right? Yeah.
So you know you do these notes, and there is something, you get the chills. There's something about that music that makes you feel uneasy.
I look down at the paper and I say, I don't believe I want to play any more of that.
Yeah, and you put the paper down. Is there anything else you'd like to do in the room?
Can you tell me what else there is in the room? There's the paper, there's the piano.
Yeah, there's various books, and there's lots of music sheets. They're almost like scattered around and stuff.
So based on what we just did with that piece of music, I walk around the room very slowly and carefully, so I'm going to spot hidden.
Okay.
So, 26. So that is failed by 1.
Right, okay. I'm just going to remind people that in Call of Cthulhu, you have a luck score.
Of course.
You can spend luck, or you can push rolls as well at a risk.
I'm going to... Yeah, I think I will push the roll.
You don't want to spend luck, you just want to push the roll.
I'm going to save my luck for later. I have a bad history of using too much luck early in previous games that I don't wish to repeat in this game. So I'm going to... I scan across all of the things, and I don't immediately spot anything, but then I decide to pull them together into a stack and flick through them to see if I can recognize any sort of pattern. Okay. And that's a 49, so I don't see anything.
So I think what happens is you gather these things up and you sort of step towards the window to try and get a bit of light on them, and a gust of wind and it blows these papers out of the window.
God, fiddlesticks.
Oh, Jesus Christ, man.
I don't pay attention because I'm kneeling down, kind of comforting Ezra, who's been quite distressed by the music, and sort of giving him a stroke.
Are you doing a spot hidden as well?
Yeah, I just went in the general room to see if there's anything there. 47, not fail.
Can I just spot hidden too? Once I stand up?
To look for something else other than the music, yeah.
You look for something else other than the music, yeah. I look along the bookcases. I'm looking along the bookcases with all the books to see if I notice anything interesting. And I get a 1.
That is a critical success.
A critical spot hidden.
And I think it's almost, you get to the end of the bookcases and you look at the desk and you see that there is something stuck in a desk, almost sticking out of the desk drawer.
Mm-hmm. Pull it out. What?
And I'll share this on Foundry as well.
This is a letter from Daniel Ridley to the gentle Mr. Gladstone, dated the 12th of October, 1896.
So that's a couple of weeks before now.
Couple of weeks before now. I write this letter with the intention of introducing myself and in regard to our own collaboration together. My name is Daniel Ridley, and I am a reasonably accomplished composer in my own right. Chillingworth speaks very highly of you and your work, but has felt somewhat concerned about your well-being. He hopes that I can help you finish the score to his play, Loki's Gift, within the next few weeks. Though I am reluctant to interfere in any artist's creation, Chillingworth assures me that I am only to assist you in completing your task. I look forward to meeting you in person and hope that together we can fully realize your vision. Loki's Gift, that is the name of the piece that we see here, which they are clearly working on. So Chillingworth and Daniel Ridley. Chillingworth, interesting. Have either of you two heard of a Chillingworth or a
I believe there's
Daniel Ridley?
There's a street in the Holloway area named Chillingworth Road, I believe, but I don't know whether it's named after somebody.
I wonder if these are associated with the harlot Margaret Cornwall.
Well, there are some suspect artist types in that area, certainly.
So
love a good
you've got on Foundry, guys, you've got in the journal section, which is like the books, you've got a map. You've got a player's journal, sorry.
Mm-hmm.
I think you should have a city map in there.
Yep.
Before you step out into London, I don't know if you aren't yet, but there are some maps. There's a city map there I've given you, and a map of Soho, which is more concerning to the area you're in at the moment, really.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, you get the impression that you've searched Charles's room
I think
pretty thoroughly.
I think that one of us should find a way to get to the mother. We've got the servant at the door. We need to try and trade a distraction, so one of us
What
can go and
about
talk to the
going
mother.
outside? I could try and climb. I'm an explorer after all.
Well, climb out the window.
Out the window and shimmy along the building and go into the window of the mother's room.
I mean, you could try it. What? So we distract the servant while you climb out the window.
Yeah. And I would say for that, I would want to use... What skill would I want?
I mean, I would say athletics, but I doubt you've got anything. Is there athletics?
There isn't.
Oh, there's
There's a climb, isn't there?
Climb is
yeah, I
30.
doubt you've got anything in
I've got 30.
Oh, well,
I'm an explorer.
Well, you
or
built
I've
the
got,
character.
I've got jump. I can quite
Exploring isn't like an all-purpose skill that you can use for everything. just
Exploring doesn't mean you're suddenly Spider-Man.
navigate.
You could certainly find it and find the room quite easily. Yeah.
Yeah, I think you could roll a climb and give it a go.
Climb. I'll do climb. Climb seems reasonable. Okay.
What? But I mean, if you climb out the window and you fail a climb, then this might not end well for you. But
Well, how's a good point? If I fail a climb,
You're on the
that's not
third
even-
floor of the building, so it's up to you. But
There's an abundance of
I would
hay
certainly say if you failed with a push that was some sort of critical success, then yeah, that could be pretty bad. But yeah, no. Are you so just
Okay.
walk us through this, role play the scene slightly. So yeah, you're finished in Charles's room.
So yeah, I turn to both of you and I say, I believe we do need to talk to the mother before we leave.
I glance over.
Capital idea.
I glance over at the servant who's kind of standing in the corner. I look back and I say, "If I were to distract her for a moment, do you think you could make it to her?"
I think there's a pretty good chance I could make that climb. I've done worse.
A climb?
Yes.
That sort of meant walking down the corridor. But
No,
okay.
There's a 30 and 100 if I was just to give it a number.
I'd say a good third chance I'd make it.
In an area like this, if you're seen climbing on the outside of a building, they may call that newfangled metropolitan police on you.
They'd have to catch me first, Toby.
I walk over to Maggie then, and the servant, and I say, Maggie.
Yes, sir, Mr. Ashford?
Reverend Ashford. I was wondering, perhaps, in this moment of sadness, in this time, you are, I take it, I hope, a Christian woman.
Oh, yes.
Would you be so kind as to pray with me?
For Mr. Charles?
Unless you know of any other deceased we should be aware of.
Yes, of course. And she dips her head.
Yeah, come. Let us not do it in his room. Most uncouth, I think. Just step out into the corridor with me, and we shall deliver a quick prayer.
What is your persuasion or charm or something?
I'm going to do
like that?
persuade for. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm going to push persuade because I just rolled a 97.
Okay. What is your persuade?
70.
Okay.
I'm going to push persuade.
So can I check?
So what do you do differently?
Yes.
She looks unsure.
Yeah.
She looks unsure, and I take her hands and I say, God wills it, Maggie.
Okay, and let's see if that's successful.
And I roll a 6.
Yes. And she goes, of course. and walks out head
Extreme
head bowed.
success. Yeah.
What I will say is that because that's an extreme success, you take her out into the hallway outside on the 3rd floor, and you sort of take her around a corner to pray. So it's up to Ramsbottom the 3rd whether he wants to climb, but the hallway does appear clear now.
The hallway appears clear, so I've got to fully round the corner, and we're taking some time. I offered to take her confession if she wants as well.
No, I don't. I'm going to go in the corridor. Sensible. Yeah, no, it's fine. Nice. I know when to back off my foolish challenge. So yes,
I imagine you were like almost like one leg
one
out
foot
the
the window. Yeah. Ah, damn it. Right.
When Wilbur calmly taps you on the shoulder.
I think it would really be much easier to walk down the corridor.
I kind of look down. Well, maybe on this one occasion, yes.
Okay, so you walk down the corridor and.
So do we both go?
Well, I don't know. Yeah, Wilbur, are you going with, or are you?
I'm gonna linger in the corridor and keep a lookout.
Yeah. Okay.
Wilbur, if you see her coming, do the sound of a Manchurian owl.
I don't think I can do a Manchurian. I can do like a Perthshire hoot owl.
That'll do nicely.
Okay, so you walk the door that Tobias had earlier pointed out, and it's closed.
Yeah. Do I knock on the door?
Okay. Who is it?
Angela, is it Medea? My name is Donovan Ramsbottom.
Has Mr. Ramsbottom been drinking?
I've been called here by your husband to look into the sad news about your son, Charles. I wonder if I could come in and perhaps have a brief word with you.
You'll have to give me some sort of roll, which will be, you can use your persuade, your charm, your fast talk. Those are normally the rolls you would make to. So whatever's your best
one. For charm. Hang on, what's my fast talk?
You are very charming.
I'm extremely charming.
What are you going to say to her to charm her?
I'm going to say, we all just want what's best for your son, to try and get to the bottom of what happened, and I think I can help. $14.
Ooh,
and
nice.
my chart, what is that? That's is that hard success?
Hard, yeah, not quite an extreme.
Not quite an extreme.
She goes, well, if you knew Charles, yes, come in. And you open the door, and this is quite a grand bedroom. And at the window, there are 2 armchairs. And in one of these armchairs is an older woman. She's dressed completely in black. And she's even wearing like a black veil across her face. And she doesn't turn. And she says, yes. How can I help you?
Well, I'm rather hoping it is I who can help you, milady. Perhaps you could tell me anything that you might think of interest about your son in the last days or weeks before his untimely death.
I barely knew him at the end. He had changed. My boy. I remember him running through the hallways of this house, up and down the stairs. I remember hearing his beautiful piano. He composed, as she turns her head to you, he composed a piece when he was 12, you know. Everyone applauded at the end of it. And it wasn't just because he was a child. He was gifted, my boy. But something happened. He drifted away from us, drifted away from his father, Catherine even. Became involved with people he shouldn't have been involved with.
Does the name Chillingworth mean anything to you?
You see her frown. She goes, no.
What about David Ridley?
Daniel Ridley.
Daniel Ridley.
She shakes her head again and goes, no. Only that actress. The one that's
Yes,
in the Shop Girl.
Margaret Cornwall.
Yes, that's her name.
Do you think... What could you... how did they meet? Where we might find her?
I don't know. I just heard Catherine and Charles fighting about her, saying that he should stay away from her, that she was no good, and I agree. Look what has happened. Look what has happened to this family. She's torn it apart. And at this point, Wilbur, you see Lord Richard sort of looking up at the stairs, and he goes, Angela? And he starts to walk up the stairs.
And I put my head around the door and go,
Oh, that sounds like the mating cry of a Alaskan robin. That's my cue to leave, ma'am. I'm very sorry for your loss. I do hope we're able to find you some peace.
Please. I don't think I'll ever find peace, not without my Charles. But thank you.
Slip out the door.
And the servant, she's now so enraptured in the prayer that we've been doing.
Are you giving a full sermon?
I'm midway through taking her confession actually around the corner, but I hear the sound of Wilbur in the corridor, and I say, right now, Maggie, we must wrap this up. Sorry, 2 Our Fathers, 3 Hail Marys, you'll be fine. And I kind of turn around and walk back.
Lord Richard is now at the top. Wilbur, and he looks at Dominic coming up from the direction. Wilbur, what's going on here? Is Angela being bothered by? Please, I asked for your discretion, man.
No, not at all. Donovan was just stretching his legs.
Yes.
The man can hardly slow down.
He's a very energetic young man. He's used to moving.
Well, I see. Well, is there anything else you need, or...
What do you know of a Mr. Daniel Ridley?
Ridley? I don't know a Ridley. No.
Or a Chillingworth, perhaps?
No, never heard that name. I can ask at the club.
Perhaps better if we do that asking.
Indeed, Wilbur. That's why I asked you here, of course. And he sighs and puts his hand on your shoulder, Wilbur, and says, forgive my short temper. I just want answers, you know?
Of course. It's been a time of very great strain.
Indeed.
I think we will take our leave of you now, and we will start perhaps at the Pacific Club and see where that takes us.
Do you have an address for the Pacific Club, Lord Richard?
Yes, I believe it's on Milton Street. In Marylebone.
So I think we will, as we
Head
say,
over there.
take our leave.
Yeah. Let's head over to the Pacific Club. Get our groove on.
Okay.
Onto the streets.
So, you head out into the London streets, and I don't know, how do you travel? Have you got
There's only one way for me.
Yes. I mean, as Donovan steps into, says, "I'll see you there." Steps
Hops
into
down the manhole.
It would really be much easier if you just came in the hansom cab.
Well, just this once.
And please, can you put something down on the seats? They tend to get upset.
Yes, perhaps I'll see if they have a shower for me at the Pacific Club, eh?
Well, it sounds like the kind of place that may cater to explorer types, so you may be okay.
You might know me there.
So I hail a hansom cab and bring it into the cab.
Okay, so you get across to Milton Street fairly quickly, and these buildings are it's like a terraced row, and it's not marked, but even from observing a couple of people going in, you can tell that this is a sort of gentleman's club, and you can.
Can I ask a stupid question?
Yep.
A gentleman's club in this time period, is that basically like a smokers, like pool hall men, like?
Not really pool
drink.
hall for the.
It's wingback chairs and
Scotch or whiskey and
sorting out the world's wrongs.
Men
over
only,
a cigar, whiskey.
Yeah. Cool.
And there's a doorman at the door.
I take the lead. I walk up. I climb out of the hansom cab and I look around and I walk up and I say, "My good man, we are here representing Lord Gladstone. I believe his son may have been a member."
The membership of the club is a private matter. I'm sure you'll understand that, sir.
I do understand. I do. The thing is, we've been asked to look into the last few days of Charles Gladstone's life, who, as I'm sure you're aware by the papers, was recently ended. Now, I think you would probably prefer us to have a few words with some of the members, discreetly and quietly, rather than the Metropolitan Police making their presence known on your doorstep. What do you say, good man?
Let's have a roll.
Okay, I'm going to roll. Is this a persuade or an intimidate? What do we think?
Well, whatever. I'll let you decide. It sounded
like a persuade more than intimidate. But
yeah, my intimidate is very low, so I'm going to go for persuade. I've got 40 in persuade. That is 67, so that's a failure.
Yeah, you could push it, or...
Yeah, I'm going to push it.
Or someone else could say something and you could give a bonus die.
Okay, I'm gonna step in. Or can I roll a persuade? Because my persuade's higher. Can I step in and... Okay. I'm gonna step in and I'm gonna say... Listen, my good man. We are here as not just representatives of Lord Richard Gladstone, but I'm here as a man of God, seeking to find consolation for those widowed and those lost, and those aggrieved by Charles's passing. Surely you would not turn down such a man. We'll be in and out very quickly. Don't worry about Ezra. He's very kind, very quiet, very calm.
We have a strict no animals policy, sir.
Ezra prefers it if you don't use the word animal in his presence. Gets quite upset. It's just Ezra will be fine. But yes, Ezra can stay outside.
Let's have the roll.
Pass.
He sort of looks at you. And what do you do with Ezra? Put him back into the cab or something like that? Or
I say, I don't think he'd go back into the cab. I say, Ezra, wait outside. And Ezra sort of scurries round to the side of the front door of the building and sort of sits there and skulks there a little bit.
Okay. So, yes, he says, very well. You may... I will have someone come and speak to you if you just would like to wait in this sitting room here.
Thank you, my good man.
And he leads you into it's your classic gentleman's club sitting room, leather armchairs and leather sofas and all this sort of stuff. Here is a little layout of the Pacific Club, which I think you would be able to glean. And you're sort of sitting in the sitting room for maybe 10, 15 minutes or something. And then this gentleman enters who is, very well dressed, mustachioed, white bow tie, waistcoat, formal jacket. And he says, yes, how can I help you, gentlemen? I'm Michael Robbins. I'm manager of the Pacific Club.
I step forward and I say, hello, Michael. We are here on behalf of Lord Gladstone. We are looking into the circumstances surrounding the death of his son, Charles, who I believe was a member. We've come to ask whether there are any members or any members of staff who may be able to attest as to his state of mind and what he was doing in the last few days before he passed away.
Yes, Mr.
I'm Wilbur, Lord Wilbur Linklater.
Forgive me, Lord Wilbur. Yes, you will understand, of course, the Pacific Club is a private members club, and if I was to go around giving away information about the members, then we would probably have none left.
Of course, I do understand that. I also understand that these things may become a matter of police investigation, and we all want to avoid that.
My understanding was that Mr. Gladstone, was it? I believe I read in the paper that he fell from a balcony.
Indeed, and that is the thing that we are verifying.
Papers can be deceiving.
Yes. And you're with the police, are you, gentlemen?
We are private investigators.
I see.
Of course, we operate with the utmost discretion, and it is our intention to avoid the law courts, which I'm sure you would appreciate.
Allow me to simply say that there has been suspicion surrounding Charles Gladstone's death, and much of that suspicion at the moment seems to point back here to the Pacific Club. Now, I can imagine that would be the sort of thing that you might want to avoid, as Lord Wilbur suggests. And really, we're just here to clear up matters and make sure that there is no ill will or reputational damage that might come in the direction of the Pacific Club.
Well, I'm sure I don't know what you mean that it might be pointed in this direction, but...
Well, indeed, you're not investigating his death.
Yes, thank you, Reverend. Yes, but if it will hasten matters along, I can tell you that Charles Gladstone was not a member of this club. He visited, but he was... And he sort of looks around and says, too rough around the edges to be a member of the club.
Interesting. And why do you say that?
It's my understanding that Mr. Gladstone was an inveterate gambler and spent time with women of ill repute, and I'm sure you'll appreciate that is not the sort of clientele we need at the Pacific Club.
Of course.
And how did he come to be at the club? A guest of a member, perhaps?
Once again, I am not at liberty to share the business of the members.
I understand.
What did he do when he was here, Michael? What did he get up to?
I prefer Mr. Robbins, thank you.
Apologies, Mr. Robbins.
Mr.
Ramsbottom III, named after my father and my grandfather.
Yes, well, Mr. Ramsbottom III. He did what any gentleman does. He sat, he drank, and he put the world to right.
Ever get in any trouble?
Well, as I say, outside of the club, my understanding is that Mr. Gladstone was prone to getting very much into trouble, but not something I personally witnessed.
Do you think we could perhaps just take a little look around the club rooms, see if there's anything that we can discern from just a quick eyeballing of the furniture.
I'm afraid that will not be possible, sir.
Very well. I shall be sure then to leave you be. And when we report back to Richard Gladstone, and of course the reporters who have been speaking with him quite closely, we'll be sure to report that Charles Gladstone, involved in gambling, women of ill repute, rough around the edges, regularly attended the Pacific Club before taking his own life. I'm sure the papers will enjoy that story, and I'm sure indeed the people of London will as well.
Are you wanting to do some sort of roll to see if he's going to change his mind?
Yeah. I'll do a persuade roll. And I roll a 2.
Oof.
Extreme success.
He says, well, what is it exactly you want to do in this club?
All I would suggest is that if my colleagues here are given the opportunity to look around briefly, not harass any of the members certainly, just to see if there's anything that might be interesting, that pertinent to Charles's death, and if completely privately and quietly you could give us the name of whoever invited Charles as a guest, then perhaps it is their name and not the Pacific Club that will show up in the newspapers. I might suggest.
Well, I'm sure I couldn't do that. I can say, and this is all I can say, sir. Someone did propose Mr. Gladstone to be a member of the club.
Indeed.
That person's name is Mr. Chillingworth.
Interesting.
Now, if there was nothing further...
Apart from looking around the rooms, then we will be gone, yes.
You're welcome to look around the rooms, sir.
So
You'll find nothing untoward here.
We leave the sitting room.
I'm sure.
And myself and Dominic. Sorry, Donovan. Myself and Donovan quickly skirt around and we look in each room and we see if we can spot anything.
Yeah. Well, you don't even need to give me a spot hidden because I'll tell you that all you really see are... there's a few members around. Some of them are sleeping in armchairs. A couple of them are playing cards. Some are reading. Some are chatting. But there's nothing that stands out as particularly out of the ordinary to you.
So as I'm coming out of the main members' room and I gently nudge an elderly gentleman who's sitting, looking half asleep, and I say, excuse me, sir, have you seen Chillingworth around anywhere?
Chillingworth? No, not recently, no. I believe he's been spending time at the studio.
Do you know where his studio is? We had a card game arranged for yesterday, but he didn't show up.
I believe it's on Great Chapel Street.
I'm very much indebted to you, sir. Thank you.
Tell him he owes me money as well.
That does not surprise me in the least. And then I take that piece of information and I wave goodbye to the maitre d' and head back out onto the street.
Can I ask a stupid question as we're leaving the building? Do we know where Charles died?
He fell off the balcony
But
in
where was
the home, right?
Yeah.
On the home. Maybe we should have checked the balcony.
We can always
You
go
tried
back.
to.
I mean, you were about to
I was
find
about
out.
to be the next victim.
Yeah, it's true. Check the street
Right,
outside.
let's make a note of that.
Yes.
It's something to check when we get back to the
And the
house.
street where we'd have landed.
So we all walk outside. I look left and right and do a little. And Ezra sort of appears out from around the corner and scurries back onto my shoulder.
And as the rain beats down again. The hansom cab opens its door, and where do you tell them you're going?
Great Chapel Street, right?
Great Chapel Street.
Great Chapel Street. Yeah.
Great Chapel Street, please, driver.
Right away, sir. And as you pull off into the night, there's a big clap of thunder above you. And we'll bring this episode to an end here. So if you want to find out what happens, tune in for the next episode. Next time on Narrative Damage.
Chaps, I think we need to do this together. We need to confront Ernest
Taking off my
Chillingworth.
pants.
Dear God, man,
Sorry.
what's going
Put
on?
me back there to a different time.
Gentlemen, do you believe in serendipity? I believe you joining me here today is exactly what we needed.
I think that perhaps you are also interested in the occult.
You are an interesting fellow, Lord Linklater, aren't you?
My child, is there something that is frightening you?
He's changed. Since he got that statue of the octopus god.
Daniel Ridley?
Can I come straight in with a punch?
Yeah.
1.
They got a 99.
The key is to remove both the socks and the shoes and to use the toes like hands. People keep their shoes on and they slip.
Dear God, the man's insufferable.